Hello and welcome back to Soft Quiet Slow. I'm Bella and I do the voiceovers for all the meditations on this channel. So I wanted to take a moment to talk with you today before we start our 30-day meditation journey tomorrow. And I just wanted to explain to you what meditation means to me, because over the years I've had different ideas about what the practice of meditation actually is, and some definitions that I used to have were quite frustrating. So I just wanted to make it really clear to you about what I think it is and what could possibly be expected of you in these 30 days if you need an expectation. So meditation for me is not about clearing your mind. It's not about feeling empty or joy or bliss. It's not about being thoughtless. The nature of the mind is to think, and we have lots of thoughts every day, and sometimes these thoughts create reactions in terms of our emotions or just sensations within our body. And this is something that is incredibly natural, and although we can control what thoughts we choose to believe, we don't necessarily control what thoughts come into our mind. So meditation for me has really become about practicing what thoughts I'm going to choose and what thoughts I'm just going to ignore. Now, this is obviously a lot easier to say than to do. I'm not perfect when it comes to meditation, but that's just the point. There is no perfection. There's only you doing your best and me doing my best, because I'll be doing the 30-day meditation journey along with you if you decide to join me. So it's really about watching your mind and noticing where it goes, and also noticing what thoughts you tend to believe, and perhaps catching yourself and taking a step back and thinking, do I really need to believe this thought? Can I choose differently? Can I let it go? And just observing your reaction to that. You might find, for example, that there are some thoughts that cause you to be quite emotional, and it's really hard to step back from those thoughts, and you might find yourself getting carried away and acting in accordance with something that simply may not be true and may just be based on fear. Now, the practice of meditation is not to really change that, but just to observe it and to not judge it, to not judge yourself. So meditation, in my view, is really an act of self-kindness. It's about seeing how your mind works and not judging yourself for it. Now, it might strike you as strange that I'm asking you to practice something with no goal in mind, with no aim to change. And the reason why I think it's important to do that is because most of us want to change a lot of things about either ourselves or our life or the people around us. And change is hard. It's not always easy. So I think that the problem isn't really what we need to do. I think we know what we need to do to change. For example, if the change is related to our health, then we know that we need to probably eat better or exercise more or stress less. All of these things we already know, but the real challenge is the way to do it. So sometimes our thoughts and emotions along with them seem like real tangible barriers. We just can't seem to get past them. And meditation really helps in this way, because it's really about observing the thoughts and seeing what affects you most and what doesn't. And there's nothing we really need to do with this information, because I'm sure that you'll find as we go along in this journey that simply observing that you think in this way or that you react in this way to certain thoughts is really enough to start a change. And another thing that we all know is that change happens through small ways first. and it becomes bigger and bigger as we practice and as we grow and as we advance more in our life. So this is something that we know, and practice, the practice of meditation is something I think that can show you that a little goes a long way. So as we go through this 30-day journey, you can, of course, take 5, 10 or 15 minutes as usual. There will be a bell at each period of time. Or you can simply do it for a few minutes, 1 minute, or you can simply open the video, listen to me talking for a while and decide that that's just going to have to be enough for the day. So the only real thing that I would invite you to do is to show up for yourself and to validate yourself as well, that your best is enough, and to trust yourself that your best is enough. Because you'll see that even if you just spend a little bit of time meditating each day, you'll notice a difference, and you'll perhaps notice that things will change in your life. Or maybe you'll see that you don't need to change some things in your life that you thought you needed to change. So this is really I suppose you could say, the goal of the 30-day meditation journey. Of course, it's really just to practice and to show yourself that you are capable of choosing your thoughts, you're capable of managing your emotions and acting from thoughts that you choose, rather than just being swept up in perhaps a trigger or a reaction that seems out of your control. So this is the main thing that I would like to get across. Now, just to give you a heads up on what the journey will be like. So each day I will share with you a topic and I'll give you a phrase. So I will be talking for probably less time than I normally do, but I will be giving you a phrase that you can choose to return to during the meditation if you like. So during the meditation, I will often say that you can focus on your breath, and the reason why I say that is because our breath is a neutral thing to focus on, but it can really be anything. It can be the sound of an air conditioner, it can be the phrase that I give to you, or any other maybe comforting words that you would like to remind yourself of your ability to choose your thoughts and your ability to watch your thoughts in your mind rather than get swept up. So this is a tool that we use to really help us with the main purpose, I believe, of meditation, which is to practice bringing ourselves back from getting lost in thoughts. That's how it will go. Now, there is also a journal that is available to you if you like to journal after meditation. So this is something that I encourage, and as I said before, I have a journal available to you. It's in the information box below. Now, there are 2 ways that you can get this journal. You can join my mailing list, and my mailing list will simply be updates, probably not that much. I think that I would maybe send out once or twice a year an update to your inbox, so it's really not going to be filling your inbox. However, if you are not comfortable with that, you can simply send me an email directly and I will send you the journal in PDF form directly. Now, the journal you can keep in PDF form and you can type into it as we go, or you can print it out if you prefer to write using your hands. So that's all, I think, for the moment. I hope that this journey will be as useful for you as I know that it will be for me. Please feel free to comment and ask any questions along the way. Once again, there's absolutely no pressure to listen to the whole video. You do what's necessary for you. This is really an exercise in you learning to trust yourself, validate yourself that your best is enough, and it's a really low pressure part of the day that I plan for myself and hopefully for you all as well. If you do have any other questions, of course, you can reach out to me. You can leave a comment below. But otherwise, I look forward to seeing you for the first meditation tomorrow. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.